number of atoms in unit cell. We know that any crystal lattice is made up of a very large number of unit cells, and every lattice point is occupied by one constituent particles, that is atoms, molecules or ions. Now work out what portion of each particles belong to the particular unit cell. We shall consider the three types of cubic unit cell, and for simplicity assuming that the constant particle is an atom. First, the primitive cubic unit cell. Primitive on the cubic unit cell. The primitive cubic unit cell has atoms only at its corner. So each atom at corner is shared between the 8 adjacent cell. Look at this. So this is the center of this atom shared. That's mean first this is the middle one. The uppercase having 4 cubics, 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly in the down 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally 8. So this means the each atom. See here, the primitive cubic unit cell has atoms only at the corner. So this is the only at the corner, and here the adjacent, like the each atom and the corner is shared between the 8 adjacent unit cell. So 4 units have the same layer, that is and 4 units are in the upper or lower layer. So this is the upper or lower layer. This is the same layer. Then therefore here only 1 by 8, that is 1 by 8th of an atom actually belongs to a particular unit cell. So here see, look at this, the primitive unit cell, that is first the primitive cubic unit cell, that is the open structure. This is space filling structure, and this is actual portion of an atoms belongs to the one unit cell. Okay, see that each first one, the primitive cubic unit cell has been that is the 3 different ways: open structure, space filling and the actual portion of the structure. So here the particles are occupies, that position is not actual size. Such structure is called usually the open structure. See, the arrangements particles are easier to follow in the open structure. Then space filling structures. The space filling represent, this is the space filling of the unit cell, the actual particle size, and this 3 is the actual portion of the different atom present in the cubic unit cell. Here each cubic unit cell has 8 atoms in on its corner. So look at here, 8 atoms in a corner. So the total number of atoms one unit cell is 8 into 1 by 8 because of sharing of electrons, so that 1 by 8. So number of atoms for primitive cubic cell is what? 1 atom. Primitive cubic unit cell having number of atoms is 1 atom. Next is the body centered cubic unit cell. Look at here, the body center, the same way we are following this open structure, space filling, then actual portion of the atoms belongs to a one unit cell. Here the body centered cubic, the unit cell has atom of the each its corner. Look at here. So here also one atom, and the body center, look at this body center is a one atom. So the open structure, space filling structure and the actual portion of the atoms. So here the body center, that is belongs to the unit cell which is present, so that the body center of the cubic unit cell we can represent it like this. So 8 into 1 by 8, one atom. Then this is 8 corner, I will explain you, 8 corners and 1 by 8 per corner atom. So is equal to what? 8 into 1 by 8 is equal to 1 atom. Then you have to take the body. So one body centered atom. One body centered atom. So that 1 into 1. So the total number of atom is what? 1. This is 1. So number of atom is what? That means you can write it here, 1 into 1, 1 atom. So total number of atom 1 plus 1, 2 atoms. This is for body centered cubic unit cell. BCC unit cell having 2 atoms. Primitive unit cell having number of atom is 1. Then next is the face centered cubic unit cell. See, the next is a face centered cubic unit cell. Look at this face centered cubic, the face centered cubic unit cell. First structure is a open structure, second is the space filling, and third is the actual portion of atoms belongs to the one unit cell. So here an atom at face center of unit cell is shared between the two unit cell. Look at here, between the two unit cells, so that like here half and this is half. Okay, in upside half and downside also half, and that's opposite side also half, and on 8 side, that's 8 side sharing of half per unit cell, half atom per unit cell. Okay, so here the face centered cubic unit cell contains atoms at all corners at the center of all the face of the cube. So each atoms located in the face center is shared between the two adjacent unit cell, and it's only used what 1 by 2. Okay, that is 1 by 2 of each atom belongs to the unit cell. So here already we seen that open structure, space filling structure, and the actual portion of the unit cell. So here for the FCC, so here using of 8 corners in a cubic unit cell having 8 corners atoms, 8 corner atoms, then corner atom into 1, that sharing of atom is what 1 by 8. So 1 by 8 atoms per unit cell. So is equal to what? 8 into 1 by 8 is equal to 1 atom. Then 6 phases, that means the totally 6 phases are there. So 6 phases centered atom, 6 phase centered atom into 1 by 2, that is half atoms per unit cell. So 6 phases into 1 by 2, this is equal to what? 3 atoms. So the total number of atoms for FCC 1 plus 3, 4 atoms for the face centered cubic unit cell. Okay. Close packed structure. So in solids, the constituent particles are close packed, leaving the minimum vacant space. Now consider the constituent particle as the identical hot sphere and build up the 3D structure in 3 steps. That is close packing in 1 dimensional, close packing in 2 dimensional, and the close packing in 3 dimensional arrangements. The 3 dimensional arrangements you can see here. This is the 3 dimensional arrangements. Now first we will discuss the close packing of 1 dimension. There is only one way of arranging, that is the arranging sphere. The only one way of arranging sphere in 1 dimensional close packed structure. So that means the arrange them in a row and touching each other. Look at this, touching each other. So this is the in 1 dimension, close packing of spheres in 1 dimension. So in this arrangement, each sphere in the contact with the 2 neighbors. Look at this, each sphere, this sphere contact with 2 neighbors, this sphere contact with 2 neighbor, and this sphere like this. So similarly, all this in this each sphere is in contact with to its neighbor. So the number of nearest neighbors of a particle is called coordination number. So one dimensional close packed arrangement, the coordination number is what? For this is coordination number is 2 because of the touching with two neighboring atoms. So that the coordination number is 2 for close packing one dimension. Then now look at this close packing two dimension. This generated this placing row closed packet spheres. Look at this. How can this can be done two different ways? That is, one is in this way, another one is in this way. So the second row may be placed in contact with the first one such that spheres are second row are exactly in the above. Look at this, exactly in the above those of the first row. So these spheres of the two rows are aligned horizontally. This is the horizontally as and vertically, and this vertical. So if we call the first row is A, look at this. This is first row is A type. That's mean A type row, and the second row being exactly the same the first one, so also is A type. So that similarly we may place more rows in the uptime A type. So all are exactly same rows. That's why the arrangements like this. So this is A type. Then look at this. So first one, this is in this arrangement. There's each spheres that each spheres in contact with four of its neighbor. Look at this. Four of its neighbor. This sphere contact with this one and this one and this one and this one. Contact with four of its neighbor. So the two-dimensional coordination number is what? This coordination number for two-dimensional is 4. See, also if the center of these four immediate neighboring spheres this are joined and the square is formed. Look at this. The square is formed. Hence the packing is called square close packing in two dimension. So square close packing in two dimension. Then look at this. The second row. Here the second row may be placed above the first one is staggered manner. Look at this. This is the staggered manner, such that spheres fit in this fit the depression of the first row. Look at this first row and the second row. So the arrangements of the sphere in the first row is called A, and the arrangement, that is the one second row is different. That is the different. So that's B. So either this A may this will be B. So here B A like this. So when the third row is placed in the adjacent row in the second row, look at this. The third row, first row like this, second row, the third row is marked here the same to the first row. So this is the staggered manner. So this is also belongs to what? This type, so that this will be B. Look at the second row and fourth row is same. So that is also A. So the spheres of similarly placed fourth row will be aligned in this second row of B. That is, so hence this arrangement type is called A B type. So in this arrangements there is less free space compared to this. The free spaces are very less. So less free space. Then here the center of this 6 spheres. Look at this. This one atom sharing of neighboring atom is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 spheres are neighbor sharing. So the arrangements look like hexagon type. So here each sphere contact with 6 neighbor and the two-dimensional coordination number is what? 6. This coordination number will be 6. So the center of this 6 spheres at the corner at the regular hexagon. So this packing is two-dimensional hexagon, that is hexagonal close packing. This is because of the look like a benzene ring. So that hexagon close, hexa means 6. Hexagonal close packing. So the layers are the some voids, that is voids mean called, that is the empty space. Look at this. This is the empty space. So this empty space are called voids. VOIDS, voids. So these are triangular in shape. The triangular voids are two different types. That is, one in row, the apex of the triangles are pointing upward and the next layers are downward. Upward and the downward. Then the close packing in the three-dimensional. So here you can see that three-dimensional structure. The close pack, all the real structures of usually three-dimensional structure, they can be obtained by stacking two-dimensional layer. Look at the one above the other. So in the last already we discussed that close packing two-dimensional, which can be two types, that is square close packed and the hexagonal close packed. Now the three-dimensional structure, first that is the three-dimensional close packing from two-dimensional square close packed layer. First look at this. While placing the second square close packed layer above the first, we follow the same rule that was followed when one row was placed adjacent to other. So the second layer is placed over the first layer. That's mean wait. See, already I said, that is the second layer is placed over the first layer such that spheres of the upper layer are exactly above those of the first layer. So this arrangements, the spheres of both layers are perfectly aligned horizontally as well as vertically. Look at this, horizontally as well as vertically. See, we may place more layers one above the other. So if arrangements of the sphere in the first layer is called A, that is A type, all the layers type pattern that is generated the this lattice is called AAA. This lattice is AAA type pattern. So this lattice generated in the simple cubic unit cell. So the primitive cubic unit cell like this. Already we will say then three-dimensional close packing from two-dimensional hexagonal close packed layer. So the three-dimensional close packed structures can be generated by placing layers one over the other. Look at this, the placing second layer over the first layer. Now the two-dimensional hexagonal close packed layer, that is A, and placed the similar layer above the structure of the sphere in the second layer. Look at this. See, here the spheres of the second layer placed in this similar layer above the such places are placed in the depression of the first layer. So since the spheres of the two layers are the aligned differently, look at this one type, and the dark one, this one type pattern arrangements. Okay, so so let us call the second layer, this second layer is B, the first layer is A. So it can be observed from that, look at this diagram, you can be seen this diagram, this one placement and this one arrangement. See, this is not at all the triangular voids of the first layer are covered by the spheres of the second layer. Look at this, the voids. This give rise to different arrangements. See here, whenever a sphere second layer is the above void the first layer, the tetrahedral void. So look, this is the tetrahedral voids. Look at this void T. This indicates T. This void is formed. Then these voids are called tetrahedral void, and they formed when then tetrahedrals formed when the center of those spheres. Look at this. Center of the four spheres are joined. Here, look at this. Tetrahedral fold. So that this is the shape of the tetrahedron. So that they've been usually they are symbolized in T like this. So such these voids are called tetrahedral voids, and other places the triangular voids in this second layer are above the triangular voids in the first layer. So the triangular shapes of the do not overlap like this. So one of them have the apex of the triangular pointing upward, others on the downwards in the look at this like this. This is the tetrahedral void, the same, this triangular like this and this triangular like this. So this upward, one is the downward. So these voids are called octahedral voids. Okay, so one such a void has been shown separately. That is, here you can see it. The first one is above. This is one type. This arrangements here. Look at here. See this arrangements like this. This is the octahedral fold and this is the tetrahedral fold. So the voids like this. The voids is created like this. So this is the octahedral structure and the tetrahedral structure. So here the number of close packed sphere, that is n. Simply we can indicate it n. So the number of octahedral voids generated, simply 1n. Then tetrahedral voids generated 2n. The next is placing third layer over the second layer. First placing second layer over the first layer. Now third layer over the second layer. Here the third layer is placed over the second layer. There are two possibilities. One is the covering tetrahedral voids, then covering octahedral voids. Okay, see here the cover. First we will discuss the covering tetrahedral voids. The tetrahedral voids are second layer may be covered by the spheres of the third layer. So here then in this case the spheres of the third layer are exactly aligned. So third layers are the exactly aligned with those of the first layer. So this pattern spheres are repeatedly alternated layers, so that this pattern often written as A B A B A B pattern like this and so on. So here this structure is called hexagonal close packed structure. So this is the hexagonal close packed structure. Okay, so this sort of arrangements of atom is found in many metals like magnesium and zinc. Then covering octahedral voids. The octahedral void is, look at here, this is the octahedral void. So the third layer may be, that is third layer may be placed above the second layer manner such that its spheres covered by the octahedral void. So the when placed in this manner, the spheres of the third layer are not aligned with those of the either the first or the second layer. So look at this, first or second layer. So this arrangement is called C type. So when only when the fourth layer is placed in the spheres are aligned. So this type of this layer is called, that is A B, that pattern is A B C A B C. So this is called CCP, cubic close packed structure, or face center cubic structure. Okay student. So formula of a compound and number of voids filled. See, already we learned that is particles are close packed resulting either CCP or HCP structure. So that is cubic close packing or hexagonal close packing structure. The two types of voids are generated. That is, while the number of octahedral voids present in the lattice is equal to the number of the close packed particles. The number of tetrahedral voids are generated twice this number. So the ionic solid, bigger ions, that is usually in anion, form the close packed structure, and the smaller ions, that is an cation, occupies the void. So if the later ion is small, then the tetrahedral voids are occupied. If bigger, then the octahedral voids. So not all octahedral or tetrahedral voids occupied. Okay, so here look at this problem. The atoms of element B form HCP, hexagonal close packed lattice, and those of element A occupy 2 by 3rd of tetrahedral voids. What is the formula of the compound? Here the number of tetrahedral voids formed is equal to the twice the number of atoms elements of B, and only for 2 by 3rd. Okay, that is 2 by 3rd of the occupied by the atoms of the element. So the ratio of the number of atoms A and B is 2. So that the number of tetrahedral voids, here the tetrahedral voids generated 2. So that 2, what is that occupation? That is 2 by 3rd, occupy 2 by 3. So here 2 into 2, 4 by 3. Here the formula is what? 4 by 3. So the ratio you can write it, the ratio like this, 4:3. So the formula will be what? A is 4 and B is 3. A4, B3. The formula of the compound is A4, B3. Then we will discuss the packing efficiency in next class.